So you know the ones when you're listening to a song that you really like and you're like, that's my tune. That's my tune. Hey, this is JJB and this is the 20th episode of That's My Tune, the podcast providing song reviews and interviews. In the previous episode, I gave you a word to work with to work out the song that I'll be reviewing today. The word was celebrate. Were you able to figure out what the song was? Okay, if you couldn't figure it out, let me tell you. I'll be talking about the song Celebration by Kool and The Gang. Hey, it's all clicked now, isn't it? Good. I chose the song for a specific reason, and you'll find out why in just a moment. Until then, find an afro wig, a pair of platforms, maybe some flares, and I'll be back after this. Enjoy this groove. Celebration. What a tune. I did say that there's a specific reason why I chose this song for today's episode, and here's why. Because That's My Tune is now on its 20th episode. Hey! Celebrate good times, come on! I'm so happy, and yeah, to some people 20 episodes may not seem like a lot. I know that others who are doing podcasts who have released more than 20 episodes, but for me, considering I only started this last November, I feel like I've done pretty well. It's something I enjoy, and I'm glad I've been consistent, and I'm really grateful for everybody that I've interviewed so far, from the first episode up until now. And yeah, I'm just going to keep on doing this until whenever. And shout out to everybody who has supported me, the lovely comments and stuff like that. I really appreciate it. So yeah, those who want to celebrate with me, buy yourself a cupcake or something, I don't know. But yeah, also I'd like to thank my mom and my dad and my dog named Poochie. And yes, I know I don't have a dog, but still, I just felt like saying that. But anyway, let's review the song. So, Kool and The Gang released Celebration back in 1980, 41 years ago. And I just love how universal this song is because, yes, the song is called Celebration and you're celebrating something, but the song doesn't have a specific theme that is being celebrated. So, you can use it to celebrate anything, a wedding, a graduation, a birthday. And I believe that's one of the main reasons why the song is so timeless, because you can use it to celebrate any occasion. And apart from the fact that the song has aged very well, do you know what I mean? Celebration is such a fantastic song. And it even features in adverts. I mean, it's associated with celebrations, the sweets. So they're getting that sync money too, innit? But yeah, I just felt like Celebration is a dope song to choose, not just for my personal reasons, but even with what's going on today. I mean, let's celebrate being alive. Celebrate even the small good things going on in our lives, innit? So yeah, let's move into the deepness. You know how I do. I like to break things down in it. But I do feel like this song review, it won't take long because the song is quite simple in structure in terms of instruments and things like that. So yeah. So let's look at the instruments first. You've got your drum kit. So you got your hi-hats, you got your snare, you got your bass kick, you got your cymbals. There's no use of toms here. So yeah, this is quite a straightforward recording. The snare sounds like it has a bit of reverb to it, and at different points it sounds like it's layered with an extra clap or something. But yeah. And then you got your tambourine. You got two electric guitars. So one of them is playing the ding 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 ding. So that's an octave. You got the lower and the higher octave, and then you got another guitar that's playing that ding ding ding, like playing these little melodies here and there. And then you got your horn section, with again a little bit of reverb, and they consist of what I can hear to be saxophones and trumpets. You got your bass guitar, of course, your electric piano, your piano, and strings. So yeah, that's the instruments there. In terms of vocals, you got the lead male vocal, which has a small bit of reverb. And you got the woohoo. Yes, as you can see, I'm not attempting to sing all the way up there. That's in 2-part harmony and that's panned. The celebrate good times, come on. That's in unison. And again, that's panned. The celebration, the celebration. So the cello is in 4-part harmony and then the bration is in 3-part harmony. Again, that's panned. Then the everyone around the world, come on, in octave, female, male, octave. Yep, and that's panned again. And then the intro, when the music is going, you hear people talking in the background, so that's mixed in as well, panned, so it invokes that party atmosphere, which is really cool. And I think towards the end as well, there's the talking that comes in again, that's put in the mix. So yeah, in terms of structure, after the that snare, you got your 16 bar intro, you got your chorus, you got your verse, you got your pre-chorus, you got your chorus again, the verse with the same lyrics. You got pre-chorus, verse, chorus, and then you got the bridge, the we're gonna have a good time tonight. And then you got the chorus until it fades out. So in terms of the structure, the song is very simple. Here are a few things that caught my attention when I was listening. One of my favorite elements is the chorus, when the electric piano and the bass guitar, they're playing the same like punctuations of the dun 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 dun. I love it. It's just, yeah, and then the bass after that little phrase, it goes dun 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 dun. So the horns come in and plays this little melody, dun 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 dun. And, you just pepper that in. I'm saying pepper like it's Masterchef, or like I'm describing food on Masterchef. Like, if I'm speaking of Masterchef, I love, like, especially Greg Wallace, like the way he describes food when he's finished eating it, like, oh, you can just taste that lemon just cut right across, and it's just a bit zingy, and the way it just dances on your tongue. I love me a bit of that. Like, it's just, I love it. Like, seriously, the way Greg and John, they describe food is just absolutely, it's just pure entertainment. I wonder if it's scripted or they're just talking from their hearts, but either way, it's just, no, it wouldn't be scripted. I don't think it would be, but either way, it's just amazing entertainment. But anyway, back to the music. Yeah, so that's the chorus there, one of my favorite elements. And then the in the verse, right, you got the dun, dun, dun. So you got the piano and the electric piano that's playing that. But I love how the bass guitar is playing a different rhythm, so that kind of provides the groove, because the drums is like, it's straight dun, 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 like, but then the bass is like dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Along with the bass, I like this little melody that the guitar plays in the second half of the verse, like, and it's the whole octave thing again. So it's like ding 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 ding. So you got the higher and the lower octave playing that, and I don't know, I just love these little elements that just make the song just, yeah. And another thing that caught my attention was the tambourine, right? So like, it comes like every 8 counts. There's a party going on right here. Listen, it's throughout the years. So it comes every 8 counts, right? The only time it changes is the pre-chorus and the bridge, where it plays like it plays the actual, but outside of that, it plays every 8 counts, which I think, like these small little arrangements, I just love little things like these little details, I just love it, absolutely love it. The strings, it doesn't feature much in the song. Its prominent feature is in the bridge. So we're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's all right. So that's sung twice, and then the strings come in. So it plays chords just like the electric piano and the piano, but then it plays inverted chords. So basically, inversion, in layman terms, is where the notes are positioned differently on the keyboard. So you're playing the same chord, but the notes are positioned differently. So higher up or lower down the keyboard. I wish there was a piano for me to physically demonstrate to you guys. But yeah, the strings are playing an inverted version of what the piano and the electric piano are playing. So it kind of gives a different texture, different dynamic. That's the word I was looking for, dynamic. Yeah, so those are a few things that I caught whilst listening to the song. Some of the elements that I liked. And yeah, it's just, like I said, this review won't be long because there's not too much going on in terms of the musicianship. And one thing I like about Celebration is that if you're a musician, you can pick up these things that I have mentioned, but to those who are not really into music like that, it's still something that you can enjoy. It's like, it's one of those songs that it meets both in the middle. There's some songs that are so complex that unless you're a proper musician or really appreciate music like that, it's like, to the ordinary listeners, it's just like, what is this mess? Do you know what I mean? But this one, there's enough elements for those who really enjoy music to appreciate, oh yeah, this element's dope and but for those who are simply consumers, that, yeah, I hope you get what I'm trying to say here. But yeah, that is Celebration. I mean, again, like I said, it's a timeless song that will never lose I mean, for years to come, it will still be played at many different joyous occasions, and I do wonder if Kool and The Gang saw this when they were putting the song together, that if they could see how far the song was going to go. But whether they did or not, I'm here giving them their flowers. So Kool and The Gang, if you ever hear this, just know somebody out here appreciates the song, even 41 years after it was released. And that's the end of the song review. So, as I always say, if you'd like to connect with me and have a chat, I'm on Twitter, Ms. JoJoB, MZJOJOB. And if you'd like to connect with the podcast itself, you can in the following ways. That's My Tune Pod on Twitter. That's My Tune Podcast on Instagram. And if you'd like to email, that's mytunepodcast@gmail.com. Subscribe to the podcast on Spotify if you haven't already. Spread the word for those who love music like I do, like you do. If you'd like to hear a lovely voice, then here's mine, you know what I mean? But until then, have a great rest of the day and the rest of the week. I'll be back with another episode next Tuesday. I'm out now. Ciao.